Republican Congressman Mo Brooks from Alabama has filed his response to a lawsuit alleging that he, along with so many others, helped to incite the Capitol riot that took place on January 6th. And in his legal response to this lawsuit, Brooks is claiming that he only did it because Trump wanted him to. He is essentially trying to throw Donald Trump under the bus because he doesn't want to get in trouble, because he knows that during his speech, he told the people gathered at that Stop the Steal rally, today was the day that you start kicking ass. Yeah, that kind of sounds like fighting words, right? And he doesn't want to get in trouble for that, telling people, go kick ass today. And then they marched their idiot selves to the Capitol and did exactly that. So yeah, Brooks could be in a lot of trouble here. So he's arguing in his legal filings that it was all Donald Trump's idea. The only reason he was even there was because the White House told him to come there. The White House approved his speech, he says. Here's what is filed in the complaint here. Brooks only gave the ellipse speech because the White House asked him to, in his capacity as a United States Congressman. But for the White House request, Brooks would not have appeared at the ellipse rally. Yeah. There's another quote, and we'll read that in a second because it kind of ties into something else. So he only did it because the White House told him to. And if the White House hadn't asked him to, he would have been home that day. He would have been in Congress. He would have been doing his actual job instead of going out there and spreading more lies, because that's the second part of the lawsuit. The lies. Because in the lawsuit, or in the response to the lawsuit, Brooks still maintains that Donald Trump won the 2020 presidential election because he was the victim of the biggest fraud this country has ever seen. Here it is. The evidence is overwhelming that the November 3rd, 2020 elections were the subject of voter fraud and election theft on a scale never seen before in America, and that if only lawful votes cast by eligible American citizens were counted, Donald Trump should be serving his second term as President of the United States. That's literally in the response to this lawsuit. Not relevant at all to what he's being charged with. You're being charged with inciting a riot, okay? The 2020 election is not on trial here. The 2020 election, they've tried to put it on trial multiple times, but they haven't had enough evidence to actually do it. So this is a lie. What Mo Brooks is arguing in this complaint, or filing, is a lie. There is not overwhelming evidence. This was not the biggest fraud in history. There were not just, what would that need to be, 7-8 million illegals who voted in the election to make his claim true? Is that what you're trying to tell us, Mo? Because you said if only lawful American citizens, so clearly you must be alluding to some kind of massive horde of illegal immigrants coming over here and voting. Yeah, there's no evidence to back any of that up. Republicans have had 8 months to provide any and all evidence that they have showing that there was massive fraud in the election, and yet at every possible turn, at every given opportunity, Republicans have failed to do so because the fraud simply doesn't exist. And the few cases of fraud that have been found have been Trump supporters committing voting fraud on behalf of Donald Trump. Your response to the lawsuit is idiotic. Not just your part where you repeat the big lie. That should be a separate issue. You should have to undergo a mental competency test. But the fact that you're trying to throw Trump under the bus for it. It doesn't matter if the White House asked you to be there. It doesn't matter if the White House specifically told you go incite a riot. You don't get to use the excuse that you were just following orders, right? You don't get to invoke the Nuremberg defense. You did it. You were there. You made the choice, because nobody could actually force you to be there. You made the choice. You told the people there that today was the day they start kicking ass, and you're going to pay the legal consequences for it, no matter what Trump had told you to do.